Hey, good afternoon, everybody. How is everybody? It's Lisa with Birdie's Tracking Connection. I am early, so we're gonna, let me have this back. I was gonna put that up, but we're gonna use it for a moment, for a memento. Okay, that's not showing live, so let's double check this guy. It's showing live. I don't know why that does that lately. There's such a delay. But I'm on my own page. I have to go out and go back in to see the live. It's kind of silly. There it is. So how's everybody today? If I can hide that. Or unpin it. Acted like it. Okay, let's get shared into some groups. Get some of our crafty friends in here to have a chat with. Don't you hate it when you're just typing away and you're not looking at what you're typing and you haven't typed anything? So I am at an event today. And it is with the Sensational Creations event group. Hey, Jane, thanks for coming in. Thank you, Julie. Hey, Judy, how are you, girl? Hi, Lisa. Wow, got lots of friends in the house already. Yay. We are going to do something a little bit different today. Why is that showing me as... Let me see. I'm in my personal account, not the Crafting Connection account. Our sun finally came out, you guys. You know, the other day, what was it, Saturday? We were 82 or 84 or something like that. And now they're talking the high for the whole week will be like 55. I just want to get into a couple of groups. I'm not sure. Oh, well, thanks for following. I hope you like what you see. Happens to you all the time. Man, it does me too. It's embarrassing. I'll just be typing away. You know, I'm not the greatest typer in the world. It just sounds like you're doing a lot, you know. And, nope. There's nothing there. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I think I got us in the primary groups. So today is all about the nesting box. So I'm going to tell you what the nesting box is first off. After I welcome you all in to the Sensational Creations event group. And that's kind of weird. I think I shared into my own page. I'm so silly sometimes, you guys. I did. What a goober. What a goober. Let's try this again. So, Sensational Creations Event Group is hosting today's event with Julie, with Crafts by Julie, Risa with the Crafting Coop, and myself, Lisa, with Birdie's Crafting Connection, and we are showcasing the nesting box. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to fill you in all about it. And this is something that even if you're not a crafter, you can get behind and participate in. So the nesting box is a little group that Risa with the Crafting Coop, and I believe a few other people, I want to say like Carla, not Carla, Carrie, and I'm not sure who. Risa's probably going to be in the comments and she can fill us in if I miss somebody, which I'm sure I am. But they have collaborated together to do a nonprofit organization called the Nesting Box. And what the Nesting Box does is it supplies funds for people in America that do not have clean drinking water. So if you lived out in the sticks like we do, you're on a well, typically. Wells are extremely expensive to put in. So if something happens to the well where you live and your water is not good anymore, which that does happen, or you've bought a new piece of land or somebody has gifted you a piece of land and you're living on that without a well, you would need to purchase a well. Wells cost over $10,000 to put in, depending on where it is that you live at. I know we have checked around here because I myself have lived on a well for over 20 years. And I'm very grateful that we never had a lot of problems. You know, we've had a few things where the pump has gone out and things like that, where you lose power and your pump doesn't work to bring fresh water up for you. But I've never had my well totally fail, which it can happen with age. It can deteriorate or dry up, you know, depending on our water levels. Things like that happen. So what the Nesting Box does is Risa is a graphic art designer. So instead of using AI generated images, she creates her own. And as a gift, when you subscribe to the Nesting Box, you get access to over 5,000 images that she has created there. So there is estimated 2.2 million people in America, in the United States, that do not have access to clean water. That is a disgrace. You know, we are one of the richest nations in the world, and there should be no reason why people don't have access to clean water. So this has become a mission for her and some of her people that work with her in the Nesting Box. So even if you're not somebody who crafts, this subscription is $10 a month. And what they do is they go in and pay off loans that people have had to take out to get a well put in or reestablished at their home. So they do that once a year. They go and pay off loans. I believe it's once a year. They just did that. So she's looking for new subscribers to help out with this mission. And as you can tell, it's a very, very important and valuable mission. So even if you're not somebody who does crafts live or just kind of plays around with it, these are printables that she has made up, and you can print them right at home on your own computer. Today she supplied us all with, now mine looks a little crumbly. That's because I'll tell you why when we get ready to start doing this. But I asked her if she could make me one that had like a spring scene with a window where somebody would be sitting in their house looking out at the beautiful spring flowers. And this is what she sent to me. And I printed this off yesterday on my own printer here at the house. This is on rice paper, and when you're doing rice paper, the Mod Podge can activate the ink. Like I said, it's just my printer out there. It's not anything fancy. So the printer can, the ink can get activated by your Mod Podge and it'll kind of bleed and smudge. So I have been taught that to take hairspray and spray it. So I did that, and that's why it's kind of curled up on the edges and stuff. It dried overnight, but anyway, you won't be able to tell by the time we get done with it. So come on in and check this out. We're going to do a cute little craft with this, and I hope that everybody will stick around and hear more about the nesting box. In the description that I have above, let me remove this one because that's kind of weird that there's two on here. I'm not sure why. I don't know if I can even remove it. Hopefully we don't mess things up. There we go. Oh, thanks, Julie. Oh, I do too. Who doesn't love some big, bright, beautiful blue skies and pretty flowers, right? Sib, it was Sybil. It was nice to meet you today. It was the first time watching you today. Plain Jane's Crafting and More. I am not familiar with you. Craft with Cat Creations. That is a presenter that is last today. So let me give you a rundown before we start on who is presenting. So next after me is going to be Lisa with Little of Me, Gifts and Specialties. And then after her is Wreck-It Ralph Crafting. That is Ralph, and he is a lot of fun to watch. Then it will be Vicky with Two Chicks Crafts. Her and I changed spots. So if you're looking at the schedule going, why is this girl on? She's not supposed to be on. That's why. Vicky needed to come on later, and I was available, so we traded. And then L&L Lucky Crafts, that's Lisa Mary. She'll be on at 8 o'clock. And then at 9, Crafting with Cat Creations will be on. And so all day long, you can watch the replays and you can watch the creators in the Sensational Creation event group. All of that information is in the description above my head. If you click on that See More, you will be able to access all the links that are available there to join the nesting box and to join the Sensational Creations event group. And if you're interested and curious about Chalk Couture, I am a Chalk Couture designer, and I would love for you to check out my link and check out what's on my site that's available for sale right now. Getting ready to launch a brand new line next, I think it's either this Thursday or next Tuesday. I can't remember for sure. Anyway, so we're going to get crafting. How's that sound? A lot more fun, right? Now that we got all the housekeeping out of the way. So I will try to keep up with messages. I'm pretty good at doing both. I have a little ADHD, so my mind goes bing, 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 bing. So I can keep up usually. I am going to use my little water pen. And I've already kind of figured out that I want this to be more to the top. So we're just going to get rid of this border down here. And you could just cut it, but a lot of times you want that torn look. This is on rice paper, so that gives it more of a natural look when you lay it down than just regular paper. The fibers in the paper show up. We didn't do a great job tearing that, but oh well. It'll be good. The lower part is not gonna, I'm gonna put flowers down on that lower part. So has everybody been checking out the creators all day and seeing cool stuff? Fun. Everybody is using a featured printable from the nesting box, so that makes it a new challenge for some of us who are not always decoupaging, which that's me. I'm not a huge decoupager. I hope somebody does a bottle, though, because I was thinking about that earlier today, and I was like, man, I wish I had thought of that. I think doing the bottles are pretty cool. I'm actually going to bring this all the way up. Can you guys see? This is a little house frame that I'm going to use. Put this in. I'll go ahead and paint my background. I'm going to paint this background kind of a light blue. It's called Ocean Mist. Yeah, Vicki, I've been watching most of the day too. I think I've only missed one. It's a brand new jar. Love that. Love that sound when you crack open a brand new jar of paste. Pretty nice. I'm going to water this down just a little bit. This is chalk paste, and you can water it down and paint with it, which is what I do a lot of times. Anytime you're opening a new jar of chalk paste, you want to give it a good stir. Get it all mixed up nice. You love doing bottles. Are you in? I don't recognize your name. You're not in the event, are you? You should have been. You could have done a bottle. I think a bottle would be cool. Because I have a ton of bottles. I need to start using them. And I've seen people do some really cool decoupaging on bottles. And what's nice about the nesting box, you guys, is if you are a crafter, you know, she will, all you gotta do is contact her and tell her what you kind of have in mind, and she'll make something for you. Which I think that's awesome. I've already got paint on my fingers. How in the world? My dad, who I did not know growing up, was a house painter. So I think it's funny that I am such a terrible painter. Because apparently that's not genetic, right? Hey, Ralph, how are you? That is apparently not a genetic trait to be a good painter. Julie says, everyone has done a beautiful job today. Such a wonderful event, worthy cause, for those who need help. Yes. That's what I think, even if you're not a crafter, but you're somebody who wants to help people, I think that this is a great event that you could be, you could sign up. You don't have to take the printables. It's just a free gift if you would like to use them. But if you're somebody that could afford $10 a month, that's all the subscription is $10 a month. And I don't think that they would hesitate to let you pay more than $10 a month if you were so inclined that you wanted to help out more. If this is something that would, you know, that God speaks to you and says this is something you should be involved in. You know, we spend a lot of money on missions, and I think that's a wonderful thing, but sometimes we forget about the missions in our own backyard, which is one of the things I try to teach my kiddos on Wednesday nights, that we need to be taking care of our own community even. Yes, we need to do, you know, foreign missions as well, but there are people in our own neighborhoods that need help. Look around. See a need, fill a need is one of the sayings around here that one of the newscasts have done. See a need, fill a need. So, and a child can do that. A child can see a need. I think we do too, but sometimes we just turn a blind eye. Hey, Christine, how are you? My snow crafty girlfriend. I was thinking about you today. Wondering how your trip was getting home. I could have picked a little bit bigger of a paintbrush, don't you think, y'all? I just wanted to torment you. Watch me paint. I also think part of what makes this event fun, aside from knowing that we're helping people, is the fact that we're all using a similar resource to craft with. I think that makes it kind of interesting to see what everybody comes up with. You know, it's like if you gave all the crafters in our community a spring, how many would they all be different? Would they craft and make something all different with that spring? And I think that they would. And I think that's what's cool about being a creator like that. Splattered the pink paint everywhere. Ralph. Did you hear me bragging about you being funny to watch? I find you enjoyable to watch. You and your wife, Penny, are a blast. I try to get my husband to, come on lives and stuff with me. He won't do it. He's like, no, that's your thing, not my thing. At one point, though, he wanted to do a YouTube channel and do, like, outdoor hiking stuff. So I'm like, well, why wouldn't you do this, then? I love this color. This is kind of the color of my living room now that I'm looking at this. Mine's more a little green, though. I don't have the view on as they do on this printable in my living room. I got a good view, don't get me wrong, but it ain't like that. That would take a lot of work to maintain this yard, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All those bulbs would have to be divided every couple of years, and you'd have to be mowing and weed eating and craziness. Who's got time for that? Not I. All right, so we're done painting that. If we have time, I thought about doing like chippy on the outside of the house frame. I think we will have time. Maybe we should just do it before I lay that down. Let's do it. I think we will have time. I'll just have to keep my butt in gear, right? Keep it going, sister. Keep it going. This is wax, and you can just rub this on. Try not to get it on your paint that's trying to dry. That would be smart. And if you wanted 2 different colors, you could do that, but I've really been liking doing the wood and then just painting it like a white or a cream and then scraping it back. And it gives it just a little bit of chip. It's not like crazy chippy. Look, this old house has a little chimney even. So I do clean rooms as part of my job. And so my hair is wet because I just took a shower after I worked this morning. And I got out of the shower and I was thinking, now think about this. If you were one of these people that was in need of a well, you wouldn't have that clean running water to take a shower. I live right on the lake. I'd be going down to the lake. Dakota loved that. Do I let her feed your chickens? Oh, good. Yeah, I knew you would like that little town, Eureka Springs. We sit kind of in an interesting spot. Kind of a quiet place, but yet within 20 minutes you can get to a medium-sized town. Well, to me it's a medium-sized town. It might be small to somebody that's from Chicago, but I'm glad she got to feed the chickens. They're fun. I have Cinnamon Queen is the type of chicken that I have. And they're a cross between a red, oh gosh, I'm going to forget. Did he tell you, Christine, what they were? A red, gosh, I don't remember. A red something and a white something. I don't remember. My brain is gone. On vacation. They're good little layers too. Every day I get a chicken, I get an egg for each chicken that I have. I'm just going to stay on the top part of this to do that chip. My husband's name is Doyle. And Christine and her family were just down here visiting. So what I was saying about our little town is, our town is, we have 2 convenience stores and a Dollar General, and that's it. And a Mexican restaurant and a bar. That's it. Post office. But we live right on the lake. So it's very peaceful here. And lots of people come here for vacation. Lots of people come here to go fishing. My husband is a walleye guide. And these are new careers for him and I. We are in our 3rd summer. Oh, he probably didn't tell her. It's kind of like, there's something. They're called Cinnamon Queens. They're friendly little girls. They're used to us giving them treats, so they come a-running when they hear people. I've never lived on a farm. This is about the closest thing to a farm, and all I have is 3 chickens. My husband has lived on a farm. He used to raise pigs and chickens and ducks and all kinds of stuff when he was a kid. So it's no big deal to him, but to me it's like I was a city girl. I lived in St. Louis and Wichita, Kansas. I am totally out of the screen for you guys, aren't I? Totally out of the screen. Let me clean this up a little bit and I'll move it into the screen. Hi, Debbie. How are you, hon? I am in an event today, and we are celebrating the Nesting Box. It is an organization that helps people in America get clean drinking water. All right, well, I'm going to have to try that hibachi truck. I've been wanting to, and I asked a local guy about it, and he was not that impressed with it. But that doesn't mean anything, if you know what I mean. And you never know. Let me get the bottom of this guy, and this will be done being painted, and we can move on. Move on. Wow. Well, that's awesome. Did you know about the nesting box before that happened? Plain Jane's Craft. Yeah, I had never heard about the nesting box until recently. I'm good. Good. Are you talking to Christine? Or like the green egg? Yes. You know what's funny about that? Her name was Elizabeth, and that really is my given name. I love that show. Was he a country boy, though? I thought he was not. Green Acres couple. I'll have to tell Doyle that. He'll get a kick out of that. I used to be able to sing that song. I could sing it for you, Christine. You really don't want to hear me. Yeah, I don't know what the determining qualifiers are for that. Jane. Is it Jane? Do you go, is that your name? All right, let's get a little heat on this dude. Where's my lid? Here we go. Here we go. We'll make sure that this interior is dry. I got some little cutouts that we can add to our picture too when we get it in there. Oh, nice. Christine's going to go live on Wednesday and use a printable from the nesting box. Lots of people use her printables. And if you are a crafter, you are able to sell your finished goods that you have used her printables with. So that's an added benefit too. Yes, Christine. Green Acres is the place for me. Farm living is the life for me. You're so silly. I told you didn't want to hear me sing. Well, I wanted to move to the country too, to be truthful. When we lived in Aurora, which is not a big city, I wouldn't want to live in a big city anymore. I really never was into it. It's just where your parents were, that's where you had to be. Oh, are you talking about on the show, Christine? What was his name? Alfred? You got a younger brain. You can probably remember his name than I can. Or was Alfred the pig? What was the pig's name? I don't remember. She's singing the song. Doo-doo-doo. I think that's dry enough. hate it when I get paint on the table and I move my project around and then I lift my project up and on the back side is paint. I hate that. Yeah, Debbie's got it stuck in her head now. It's Christine's fault. Christine's fault. So can you imagine using these instead of wiping our tables off? We would be wiping our bodies with them if we didn't have clean water. That is a very noble cause. Very necessary. Let's see how this dude's going to fit. Pretty good, pretty good. Yep. Yep. Can you guys see that? This laptop has such a terrible lag that a lot of times I can't even tell what you guys can see and what you can't see. We're going to put some Mod Podge down because you know this is all about decoupage. I suppose there are other ways you could decoupage. A lot of crafters make their own Mod Podge. You could use decoupage medium, I suppose. Here, let's do. Arnold was the pig's name. See, you got a good memory, girl. Wait till you get old like me, you won't remember those things. Or all of a sudden you remember it in the middle of the night. That's usually what I do. Like, Arnold, that was his name. Now, this box is not going to be big enough to get my iron in, so we're going to use, there was a gal that was on here just a little while ago, Sybil, had talked about using a baggie, and that is exactly what we're going to do. She had talked about that too. So we will show you that again, in case you don't know. And you can let this dry a little bit. It does help. Looking to see where we're at on time. So since I've got that outside ready, you'll be able to chippy that. And I have sprayed this with hairspray, so that should help our colors from bleeding. So really like a baggie or plastic wrap. And what do? I immediately get a bubble. Way to go, Lisa. Should have started in the middle. Do as I say, not as I do. Start in the middle when you're doing this. Yes, you're right, Jane. It was Oliver. You're right. I can hear her accent. Oliver. Can you imagine all the other problems that come along with not having clean water to do things with? Like brush your teeth and brush your hair, wash your hair, or doing your laundry. That's why this is, I mean, there's so many reasons why this is such a worthy cause. I have mist in here. misjudged. But, I mean, that's what... Have y'all ever been... Like, around here, we get ice storms really badly. So, when we have ice storms, of course, like I already shared with you, I live on a well, and I have for quite a few... 23 years I've lived on a well. So, when we get ice storms and you lose power, the very first time, like I said, I was a city girl, so the very first time this happened, I was like, I don't understand why we don't have water. It's electricity that we're out. And my husband just laughs. He's like, honey, without the electricity, we have nothing to pump the water up out of the well into the holding tank. And I'm like, oh, okay. So one year, I can't remember. I want to say it was like 2008 around here. We had a really bad ice storm, and we lost power for like 12 days, had no power. And at the time, we had a flower shop. So, of course, what do flowers need? They need water. No water for 12 days. We literally... Now, right down the road from us, we lived in city limits, but we were grandfathered in with this well because of the greenhouse and the flower shop. So, right down the road, they had water restored within a day because we were right in the middle of town. Well, we literally were taking buckets and trash cans, like plastic trash cans, down to my friend's house that lived down the road and filling, the pump doesn't work, and filling the buckets and the trash cans with water so that we could continue to do business. And then at nighttime, I would go down there to take a shower. And, then you have to go to the laundromat. Do you know how much a laundromat is? Oh my gosh. Crazy. Laundromats are not cheap. Talk about a perpetual cycle of poverty. Okay, this is where we're at so far. What do you guys think? Hey, Risa. Debbie has something, or Debbie, Risa has something for you. If you could privately message her. Okay, Lisa, you go right ahead. I can't wait to see what you're doing. Okay, so this is where we're at so far. While that's drying, I am going to scrape our chippy stuff off. I don't see my scraper though. Oh boy. Where did it go? Can we use a metal ruler? What do you think? Now I wonder if my husband's been in my craft room. Because I just used that thing the other night. Gosh darn. This actually works better than my scraper. Are you one of those crafters that uses whatever you got on hand? Because I am totally one of those crafters. Even when I'm not on lives. So I'm like, I don't want to go find it. I have to ask my husband if he moved my paint scraper. Ever so often, I'll catch him in my craft room. I'll be like, what are you doing? What are you looking for? Hi, TND. It's Tina, isn't it? Is that your name, Tina? So anyway, that's my well story. Lost power, so my silly stuff. I did not know that meant we weren't going to have water. And then we were the only flower shop at that time in town that was open. The other shop, the lady lived like 30 minutes away, and of course it was an ice storm, so and you wouldn't think there'd be much of a call for flowers in the middle of an ice storm, right? Well, think of this. They still had funerals, so there were still people doing funerals in there. For a while, the ground was even frozen so solid that they couldn't dig the graves, so they started. This may sound morbid to you, but the bodies were stacking up at the funeral home, waiting till the ground was thawed enough that they could start doing the services. And then as soon as they were able to, that was that. Man, oh man. We were busy. I did not do a very good job painting this, y'all. I have to go in and touch this back up on this back side. Not so good. But doesn't that wax technique work so nice? Look at that. It works so good. And you can also take packing tape and just peel it off with packing tape too. That works really well also. This little house cutout thing is a chalk surface that I've had. I have several of them, so if you're interested in one, let me know. I've got several I could let go of pretty cheap. They are a retired product, but I thought they were really cool. Sometimes the stuff I really like, then they retire it, and you're like, okay. I just can't help but believe that there are people out there that are not even really into doing a lot of crafts that would not want to help for $10 a month. Something on a local level like that. If you know what I mean. Let's wipe this out. Hey, Shantae, I'm good. I need to get that thing in the mail for you, girl. I'm terrible about getting stuff in the mail. I have it sitting there too. I will do that when I get off my live. How's that? Uh-oh. I lost my little flower. Oh, shoot. I lost my little flower. I may have to get some out. I think they're right there. Did I brush it off onto the floor? I have these little itty bitty flowers that I was going to glue. That's going to make me sad. Oh, I know where they're at. They're in the drawers up there. Let's glue them down. And I have a little butterfly. I like things to have a little bit of depth. I really do believe that. I'll have to dig some more out. Hold on. I gotta stand up. I don't remember. There they are. Thank you, Lord. Make me not have to dig through every drawer. You're bad about getting your meal out, too. I mean, it was bad enough at one point. I thought, do you really want to do this? You know, be a chalk designer and have to mail stuff. Because you know what? If you do, Lisa, you're going to have to get past this whole I don't want to mail things. Right now, we're fighting with our mail service. Something fierce. My husband ordered... How much time do we have? Oh, I better get going. My husband ordered some shoes online, and they were supposed to have been here. I'll say a week, but I really think it's been like 2 weeks ago. And it's getting to the point we just laugh. If it's going through Kansas City, you can forget about it. It's going to be lost for 3 weeks, which is pretty pathetic. Got a little butterfly, a little wooden butterfly here. You want one, Risa? All right. Hi, Tracy. Christina. How was your birthday, Christina? We'll see. I usually don't even paint these things because I'm definitely not a painter. But do you like how adding those little flowers on there made that look? I'm going to put a bow and flowers down here at the bottom too, y'all. We're going to do this butterfly in pink. A lot of pink and yellow in this. I love butterflies. I'm going to put him up here in the sky. Butterfly in the sky. It's not the greatest paint job, but I've seen worse. I've done worse. Christina Walther, how are you? Oh, you would? Okay, awesome. Mom would like the Mariposa. I don't know. Is that a type of butterfly? I don't know what that is. So this is what we got so far. And we're going to make a bow down at the bottom with some pretty flowers. This is going to be all kinds of springy. I like the way that chippy turned out. These are nice because they stand up on their own. Or you can put a hanger on them. You know, a sawtooth or a jute hanger or whatever. I think they're pretty nice. Okay, let's see. I had some flowers. See, look how pretty those are. I'm going to use one big one in the center. There's a lot more flowers there than I need. Don't worry, I'm not going to cover the whole picture up with flowers. Today is Miss... Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? She's 16. I can't even believe that. I don't have my wire cutters. I cannot believe that, Tracy. Tell her I said happy birthday. Miss Willow's first birthday. Oh. Let's cut some of these. My granddaughter almost lost her doggie. I saw a post that my son put on Facebook. The dog ran off. And she is so attached to that dog. It would have just broke her little heart. This thing's on a wood pick. I really don't want it on a wood pick. I tear apart a lot of artificial arrangements. What makes it pretty and one of a kind? The flowers? But look at how cute that is. Wispy and tiny, dainty. I love that. So I tore it out of an arrangement I got at a flea market. I don't think I'm going to use these. I think this is going to be too much. I don't want to get crazy with it. Maybe a little yellow. We'll see, because I'm going to use this ribbon that's got the daisies and the butterflies. And I thought about using this ribbon. What do you think? Should we mix this ribbon with this ribbon? Or should we stay with solids? I don't mind the busyness of the two different kinds of prints, personally. But I do have these two that are solid. So A would be these mixed, or B would be these mixed. What do y'all think? A or B? A or B? I definitely want to use this yellow because I like this and I've had it for a while and I need to use it. I'm like, why do you never use it if you like it? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys do that? It's like I'm a hoarder. I don't want to use it because then I won't have it. Silly. Have I lost you guys? A or B? I need a piece of jute. I'm going to get in your business. Hold on. You know, I always think I have everything I need, and I never have everything I need. And I used to beat myself up over it, and I don't anymore. I'm just like, I'm over it. It is what it is. That's what makes me me. I got an A, I got a B. Hey, Miss Brenda, sneaking in here. Jay, that's funny. You're right. They do that. A or B? Which one do you see better? That's funny. I got one A and one B. The next person, I need a tiebreaker. Please. And thank you. Please and thank you. I need a tiebreaker. I'm going to tie this off. We're going to put this in the front. Christina says B. Okay. Yeah, I know, Brenda. You're a little sneakerton. Sneaky sneakerton. Sliding in here like that. So, if anybody is interested in helping out the nesting box, I know Risa would really, really appreciate that. And like I said, if you were not here earlier, they help pay off loans to build wells in America. In the United States, there's 2.2 million people without fresh water. Can you believe that? That is shocking. So for $10 a month, you can help eradicate that problem. Help some kids have fresh water to take a bath, shower, so they don't get teased at school. Can you imagine? Tracy says A. I don't remember what was what now, but we're going with this, girls. I think this was B, wasn't it? I know you guys are like, why do you even ask us? Because I can't sit here and wait all day. I gotta know. I don't know. I kind of like this other one. Well, thanks for sprinkling, Lindell. I appreciate that. Oh, our time is almost up. Oh, I gotta hurry. Gotta get this bow. Gotta get the bow. So you guys, if you're able to donate $10 a month, Risa will give you access to over 5,000 prints that you can craft with. And I believe she would even make you up some if you don't see what you like or what you need. And that would be for a year. That's a $10 subscription cost for the year, and that goes to building wells in the United States. Oh, I got jute fur in my mouth. Okay. So this is where we're going with this. Let's glue this dude down. Well, thank you for going for the replay. I appreciate that. Please put like hashtag replay too. Sybil, thank you. Yeah, I like that plaid. I think I just got that not too long ago at the Dollar General. And then we're going to put these. Okay, so up after me, don't forget, there's another presenter. We've got a whole evening of presenters. So right after me is going to be Lisa with Little of Me, Gifts and Specialties. And then Wreck-It Ralph will be on, and then Vicki with Two Chicks Crafts, and then L&L Lucky Crafts, that's Lisa Mary, and then Crafting with Cat Creations will finish us up. So refresh your page or go and join the Sensational Creations event group. That way you're in the loop all the time. All right? So we're gonna add some more flowers to this, and I'll take a picture, okay? No, for 1 month, silly. Well, no, $10 a month for a year, yeah. Isn't that what I said? I'm sorry. All right. Bye, guys. Be your own kind of beautiful. Go over and join the nesting box. You'll love it. Bye.